Hello students, today in this video of ours, we are going to learn about the taxonomical aids. In our last video, we did about taxonomy. Taxonomy is the branch of science that deals with the characterization, identification, classification of different organisms into different groups. And these groups are called taxonomical categories. And these categories, if you see the hierarchy of categories, there is a hierarchy of categories starting from species to the whole kingdom. And this is necessary, the taxonomy is necessary for us to understand each and every organism in on this earth. And we have a vast biodiversity, so to understand each and every organism, because these organisms are benefiting us directly or indirectly, they are contributing to the ecology, they are contributing to the environment in which we are surviving, so we should know about them. That's why this branch of biology deals with the classification of organisms into different groups based on the observable characters, and we can characterize, we can group them based on the similarities and dissimilarities. Now, let's see what are the taxonomical aids which are helping. What are aids? Aids are the things which are helping us in identifying the organism to classify it. So, the taxonomical studies include storehouses of information and specimens which can help in identification and classification of organisms. And these are called taxonomical aids. So, taxonomic aids are the things which are helping us in identification and classification of organisms. Now, study of various species of plants, animals, and other organisms are useful in agriculture, forestry, industry, etc. Because they are useful to us in various fields of ours, in agriculture, in forestry, in different industries. That's why we need to know about them. And to know about them, we need to classify them into different groups, because we cannot study all of them together. So we have to classify them, and in this classification and identification, these are the aids which are helping us, the things which are helping us in identification and classification of these organisms. And though these studies are useful to know about our bioresources, they are the bioresources which are available for us and their diversity. These help in identification, naming, and classification of organisms. So we will see what are the different taxonomical aids which are helping us in classifying and identification of these organisms. So first of all is herbarium. Now, herbarium, if you remember in lower classes, you must have done some project works where you must have pasted the leaves on chart paper or on black sheets. So that preserved dried material on the sheets is called herbarium. So herbarium is a storehouse of plant specimens. What you have to do, you have to collect the plant leaves, you have to collect different parts of the plant, and then you have to press it, dry it, and preserve it on the sheets. And these sheets are called herbarium sheets. These sheets are arranged systematically according to the universally accepted system of classification. Now, what these taxonomists are doing, they are preparing the herbarium sheets and they are storing it systematically, so that whenever a discovery of a new plant or whenever you want any information about any plant, they will take out immediately that herbarium. Like you must have seen your library, sir, arranging the books in different shelves as per their subjects, as per their classes. So that is called systematic arrangement. The same systematic arrangement of these sheets is done in the in the storehouse where these herbarium sheets are kept. Herbarium sheets contain information about date and place of the collection. Now, what all should be there on a herbarium sheet? Suppose you have taken a specimen of a leaf, you have dried it, you have pasted it on the herbarium sheet. Now, what information you should write on that? Number one, the date and place of collection. From where have you collected that leaf, and what was the date when you collected it? Then collector's name, your name. Then local name and scientific name. If you know the scientific name, it's well and good. Otherwise, local name should be written, and the family also, if you know. Otherwise, in the taxonomics will write down the family and the scientific name of that plant. It provides quick referral system in taxonomic studies. A quick referral means when you go to the herbarium, you go to that storehouse where you have kept those cupboards, you have kept those herbarium sheets. Okay, this plant, okay, you will go and take out that plant, because everything is arranged systematically in that place, so that you can take out any sheet and you can find out from where it was collected, when it was collected, what is its name, what is it doing. So everything, it's a quick reference. So quick reference for the taxonomical studies is provided by herbarium sheets. The second taxonomical aid, which is helping us in identifying and classification of organisms, are botanical gardens. You must have been to some botanical garden. What is a botanical garden? A botanical garden is a place where plants are grown and displayed for the purpose of research and education. If you have been to any botanical garden, you must be knowing. Otherwise, I am telling you that when you visit a botanical garden, you will find the trees, and everywhere you will find a placard, the sheet, which will have all the information about that tree. This tree is this, the biological name is this is helping us in this. So every information of that is written there. So this is used for the purpose of research and education. Suppose you are doing research in higher classes, you want to do research on these plants, the plants which are helping us, the herbs which are of medicinal values. So plants are of very, plants have a lot of usefulness for us. So to know that, for the research purpose, for the education purpose, we can visit any botanical garden. So this botanical garden is a big taxonomical aid, where you can find the plants which are grown and displayed. You will find many plants which are grown there, and you will find information about each and every plant. Each plant contains labels indicating their scientific name and family. So you will find everything about that plant if you are visiting that botanical garden. Some famous botanical gardens are Indian Botanical Garden in Calcutta, National Botanical Research Institute in Lucknow, then Garden of Medicinal Plants, North Bengal University, West Bengal. So these are, just to give you the example, few botanical gardens in India. Now, the third taxonomical aid is museum. What is museum? Museum is a place. Museum, you must have visited many museums. So museums are different. Museums can be, normally what we understand from museum is historical museum, where we will find the clothes of the king, the weapons used in the past. So that is museum. But here we are talking about the biological museum, where you will find the preserved plant and animal species. Earlier, you must have seen in biology lab also, we have the specimens. The jars are there, and in those jars, we will keep the specimen preserved. They are preserved in formalin solution. 40% formalin solution is made to preserve these specimens. So these specimens on a glass plate, you will tie the specimen, like for example, frog is there, snakes are there, mushrooms are there, and all plants are there. Anything you can just put in the, paste it, tie it on a glass plate, and then you can put that glass plate in the glass jar, so that everybody can see it, and on that you will write the names. But now these have been banned because unnecessarily the animals are being killed, animal for making these specimens. So now these are banned. Now you won't find them in the biology lab. But earlier we used to have a big museums. But now for the research purposes in higher education, you will find the museums. Where you can find all the specimens. So museum is the place of collection of preserved plant and animal specimens for study and reference. Specimens are preserved in containers or jars in preservative solutions. Formalin is the solution and can be preserved as dry also. They can be preserved as dry also. Dry you can find in biology lab. Dry preservation is also done. You will find the mosquitoes and Anopheles mosquitoes dried and pasted. So that specimen you can see. Insects are preserved in insect boxes. Insect boxes are there, where you can collect, kill, and then pin them in the pin the insects in the insect boxes. So they are called insect boxes. And large animals which cannot be kept in the jars, they are stuffed and they are preserved. So these all are now, they all are, you will find the museums, big museums for higher studies. And earlier we used to have in biology labs for 11th and 12th also, but now we are not having the specimens. Now we are having the natural collection, the dry collection, or the pictures or the models by which we can show you the characteristic of the organism. Now the next taxonomical aid, the fourth one, is the zoological parks. Zoo. You must have visited many zoos. And what is a zoo? Zoo is a place where wild animals are kept under the protection, because nobody can kill them there. In forest they can, the hunting is there, they can be killed. But when they are kept in a zoological park, they are protected and they are given the natural habitats. For example, you will see a lion in zoo. So that is not the natural habitat for the lion. The natural habitat for the lion is forest, but we can give the similar conditions as per their natural habitat to them in zoological parks. So zoological parks are the places where wild animals are protected under similar to their natural habitats. So similar conditions are provided to them to as per their natural habitat, and they are kept there protected. It provides opportunity for studying. Now, suppose you want to study the behavior of the lion. So if you are going in a forest and studying it, it would be very difficult for you, because till you will understand him, he will kill you. So that's why you can go to a zoo to understand the behavior and the food habit of these wild animals. So to understand the behavior, food habits, what they are doing the whole day, how they are behaving, what are they eating, what is their breeding season, how they are reproducing, everything you will come to know when you are studying them in the zoological parks, where they are protected and they are provided with the natural habitat conditions. Now, some famous zoos in India are Zoological Park, Mysore, Nehru Zoological Park, Hyderabad, Trivandrum Zoo, Chennai Zoo. Normally, zoo is everywhere, but these are the famous zoo where you will find a variety of organisms. If you want to study these wild animals, you can find all wild animals there. The orangutan, the hippopotamus, the rhinos, the lions, the tigers, the leopards, everything you can find in the zoo, and you can study them well in the zoological parks. So they are also the taxonomical aids. The another taxonomical aid, fifth one, is the key. Now, what is the key? Key is analytical. Analytical means each keys are used for identification of plants and animals based on similarities and dissimilarities, because we have classified them based on similarities and dissimilarities. So here what happens, you have a contrasting character questions. You are having questions which are contrasting in nature. For example, you are having wings are present, wings are absent. So it can be either present or absent. So what you have to do is, they are analytical in nature and based on the contrasting character in a pair. And this pair of question is called couplet. Couplet is a pair of question where the contrasting characters are written. Now, out of the two proposed characters, only one, which is relevant, is accepted, while the other is rejected. This is the key which helps us in identifying the organism. Now, each statement in a key is called a lead. As I given you example, presence of wings, wings are present, wings are absent. So these are the two contrasting questions. So this pair of question is called couplet. And each statement, that means wings are present, is called lead. Okay. Now suppose you have found one organism and you want to identify that organism, that what this organism can be, in which class it should be kept, in which phylum it should be kept, in which family it should be kept. So what you will do is, you will take out the keys. So keys are what? Contrasting questions. So you will see, okay, wings are present, wings are absent, wings are present. So that means wings are present, one key. Now after that, another question will come. So similarly, based on these contrasting characters, you can identify the organism. So separate taxonomic keys are required for each taxonomic category. It's not that, oh, you will require only one key to identify. There are many keys which are required for you to keep that organism into which family it is, which genus it is, which organ it is. The keys have been made. So what you have to do is, you have to find out as per the key questions, the lead. One statement is called lead. So as per the lead, you have to find out that which where this organism can be kept. And you keep on doing that, keep on analyzing, and ultimately you will reach to the conclusion that yes, this organism can be kept in this family. Yes, this organism can be kept in this genus, this order, this class, this phylum. Why? Because of the contrasting characters which we have understood and which we have learned through these keys. So they are very important taxonomical aids which are helping in identification of the organism. Any new organism you can identify based on the key. Now, these were the main 5 taxonomical aids which are there in your syllabus. Besides these aids, there are other things also. For example, flora, manuals, monographs, catalogs are the other taxonomical aids which are also being used, and they help in correct identification. They will help you in identification of the organism. Manuals provide information for identification of names of various species in a given area. Now there are manuals, like you are having user, whenever you are buying a device, you are having a user manual, and that user manual will give you everything about that device. Similarly, the manuals have been prepared as taxonomical aids, which will give you the biological name of that species. You have to write down, okay, from where you have collected it, you have identified the names, then what can be its biological name. So this is one information I'm telling you. So manuals are for many kind of information regarding flora and fauna. Flora is, what is flora? Flora is the plants, and fauna is the animals. So flora and fauna, you can find out you can identify any plant, any animal of the given area with the help of these manuals. Now monograph is what? Mono means one. So monograph is also the information which is having the information of any particular taxon. It can be having only one particular taxon information. That's why it is called monograph. So monographs are there, manuals are there, catalogs are there. These are the other taxonomical aids which are helping in the identification and classification of the organisms. So this was all about the taxonomical aids which are helping us in classification of the animals and plants.